Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series. The Yankees again are world champions. The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Hey, what's going on, Yankee fan? Welcome back to the Chase for 28 podcast. This is a bonus episode as the Yankees have put their first game of spring training in the books. The Yankees were defeated, not that it matters, by the Philadelphia Phillies 7-4 yesterday on Saturday, February 25th. Doesn't it feel good that baseball is back? And there's a lot to go over this season in Major League Baseball. And again, specifically, we're all about the Yankees here on the Chase for 28 podcast. So the Yankees played their first game of the spring season at BayCare Ballpark in Clearwater, Florida, yesterday afternoon. Although the Yankees lost 7-4, there were, I think, many takeaways from the game that were notable, and I'm going to talk about 6 specific things today. Despite the introduction of new rules, including the pitch clock and shift restrictions, which are obviously going to change the dynamic of baseball, the Yankees' performance wasn't all that affected. I think the biggest highlight of the game was the Martian lifting off. That's right, Jasson Dominguez hit a homer that was 420 feet to left center field to lead off the 5th inning. Here are the things that I think are the takeaways from the game, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what we saw. All right, so again, I just said it, but first and foremost, Dominguez, he is the youngest player in spring training for the Yankees, again, 20 years old, and he is considered the Yankees' second best prospect. Manager Aaron Boone praised Dominguez's understanding and ease of the strike zone, saying he has, quote, no panic up there, end quote. Number 2, batters are going to need to adjust to the pitch clock. They need to make sure that they are in the batter's box by the 8-second mark and that they are picking up signs from the third base coach as soon as possible, and that might prove to be challenging. But the games are moving. Yesterday's game was played in a crisp 2 hours and 34 minutes, and we are seeing that all around baseball at this point. So the new rules are definitely affecting the game. Number 3. The pitch clock itself is going to have to, and it will, make pitchers work faster on the mound. I think this is going to benefit infield defense. Infielders are going to be more engaged in the game than ever before because this game is now moving. And of course, due to shift restrictions, infield positioning is going to be affected. Number 4 takeaway from yesterday's game. Boone said that there could be times when managers and umpires kind of, get into it over the finer points of the new rules. There were some issues with the pitch clock resetting too soon during the game, which didn't give the players enough time to get their defensive positions in order. Number 5, because of the shift restrictions, infielders can no longer stand on the outfield grass due to the shift restrictions. And this is going to require some getting used to. And finally, despite Jasson Dominguez's impressive performance, he is focused on the task at hand, and he is focused on reaching the Bronx before the end of the season. So that's good to hear. And in the game yesterday, we got our first Yankee lineup, and there is nothing to read into with this lineup, but here's the lineup that started the game for the Yankees. Leading off at shortstop, you had IKF, followed by Gleyber Torres at second, Oswaldo Cabrera in left, Harrison Bader was the designated hitter, batting fourth. Bowers was the first baseman, followed by Diffo at third base. Jasson Dominguez was in center field. Estevan Florial was in right, and Siegler was the catcher. The Yankees scored 4 runs on 6 hits. They hit 2 home runs. Gleyber Torres hit a home run to pull the Yankees within 1. He hit a solo shot, he hit a solo shot in the 3rd inning off Marte. There was nobody on, and there was 2 outs. And again, Dominguez's home run came in the 5th inning. There was nobody on and nobody out, but it was a good game. I only got to watch highlights because the game wasn't on the Yes Network. I'm hoping that today's game is on Yes, and I should be able to confirm that. Let's go over to Yankees.com, and hopefully we see that the game is on the Yes Network today. Let's see. The Yankees.com doesn't tell me anything, so let's go to the YesNetwork.com. Should have had this prepared. My apologies. And it doesn't look like the Yankee game is on Yes today, which is disappointing. I wanted to hear the jingle. I wanted to see the pinstripes. So, not really sure when the team is going to be on Yes. Let's see. Let's go check their spring schedule. I want to know when I can watch the team. Let's go. You could buy tickets for games. When's the game going to be on TV or radio? What are we doing? Maybe we're waiting for March? Nope. Doesn't tell me anything. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, okay. So you can watch the Yankees on the Yes app today at 1:05. What about tomorrow at the Tigers? All right. Tomorrow's game versus the Tigers on Monday, February 27th will be on Yes. That game's at 6:35 versus the Tigers. So that'll be under the lights at George Steinbrenner Field. Tuesday's game against Tampa at Tampa, no radio or TV coverage. And let's see. Wednesday, the game is on Yes. Nothing for Thursday against the Pirates. Nothing Friday against the Tigers. Saturday's game, March 4th, will be on TV. Yes. All right. So, got some good stuff here. Again, we're all excited that Yankee baseball is back. And AJ and my dad were excited to be bringing you Yankee coverage all season long. So, hope you share the podcast. And want to invite you to give us feedback. So when you've got opinions, you've got thoughts, you watch a game, you want to vent, do those things. We want to hear you. So make sure you go to our website, chasefor28.com. You can leave us a voicemail. You can send us an email to feedback@chasefor28.com. We are on Twitter @chasefor28. And again, if you are a new listener, I want to thank you for checking out the podcast. If you're a returning listener, we appreciate you coming back for more. If you want to support the podcast, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. Tell a Yankee fan about the podcast. You could also become a legend. Go to chasefor28.com/legend. Also, grab that merch. Chase for 28 merch is popping. Go to chasefor28.com/merch. And, of course, SeatGeek is a supporter of the podcast. And if you want to save some money on tickets to concerts and sporting events and Yankee games, download the SeatGeek app today. Go to chasefor28.com/SeatGeek and use our promo code CHASE428, and you can get $20 off of your first purchase. That's going to do it for this bonus episode of the Chase for 28 podcast, as the Yankees finally played a spring training game, and who cares that they lost? Ultimately, it doesn't matter. You want to make sure you win the last game being played this season. And then hopefully AJ and my dad and I are broadcasting live from a parade in the Canyon of Champions. But today was the first day of baseball, games being played. Life is good. Go Yankees, and we'll see you next time.